Hello learners, I am Siba. Now we can move to lesson 20, Entrepreneurship. In this lesson, we can study the concept of entrepreneurship, importance of being an entrepreneur, essential qualities of a successful entrepreneur, functions of an entrepreneur, and various aspects of setting up a small business enterprise. Earning is necessary for living. You must have seen your parents or brothers and sisters engage in various activities to earn their livelihood. You must have seen teachers teaching in a school, doctors serving government hospitals, clerk serving a bank. These activities can be considered as wage employment activity. You must have seen shopkeepers near your locality and business owners running small factories. They are engaged in self-employment activity. They are conducting business activity with the help of 2-3 assistants. Self-employment activity which will provide large employment opportunity can be called as an entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship can be defined as one who undertakes innovations, finance and business acumen in an effort to transform innovations into economic goods. Entrepreneurship is an act of being an entrepreneur. What are the importance of being an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur provides employment to the people. He contributes towards research and development system. Entrepreneur creates wealth for the nation and for the individuals. Let us discuss the importance one by one. Entrepreneurs provide employment to the people. With the help of self-employment or with the help of entrepreneurship, opportunities of employment can be given to a large number of people. Entrepreneurship contributes towards research and development system. Almost 2/3 of all innovations are due to the entrepreneurs. Innovations will help to give better work, and standardized technology can be utilized with the help of innovations. So, innovations help in providing better work and standardized technology. Entrepreneurs help to create wealth. Entrepreneurs contribute to the economy in the form of products and services. Their ideas, thoughts, and innovations are of great help to the nation. Because of the wealth generating activity done by the entrepreneurs, our nation is able to develop. What can be the qualities of a successful entrepreneur? Initiative should be there, willingness to assume risk, ability to learn from experience, motivation, self-confidence, and decision-making ability. Let us discuss the qualities of entrepreneur one by one. Initiative. An entrepreneur should be able to initiate action and take advantage of the opportunity, because once you miss the opportunity, it will not come again. Entrepreneur should be vigilant and he should take maximum effort to grab certain opportunity. For that, initiative is a must from his side. Next quality which an entrepreneur should have is the willingness to assume risk. In any business, there is an element of risk. It means that a businessman may be successful or unsuccessful. An entrepreneur always volunteers to take risk to run a business, even if his decisions can be unsuccessful. Entrepreneurs should have the ability to learn from experience. An entrepreneur may commit mistakes. However, once a mistake has been committed, it should not be repeated, as that will lead to heavy loss. Another quality which an entrepreneur should have is motivation. Motivation is the key to success. This is necessary for success in every walk of life. Once you get motivated to do something, you will not rest unless you complete it. So, such a motivation is needed from the part of every entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs should be self-confident. A person who lacks confidence can neither do any work himself, nor can inspire others to work. This means that a person who has confidence can do work in a better manner and can inspire others to work. Self-confidence is reflected in your courage, enthusiasm, and ability to lead. A successful entrepreneur will have and must have self-confidence. Entrepreneurs should have decision-making ability. In running an enterprise, the entrepreneur has to take a number of decisions. He must take right decisions at right time. Sometimes he may be confused whether the decisions taken are right or wrong, whether it can be successful or unsuccessful. But he has to take apt decisions at right time. What are the functions of an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur has to identify entrepreneurial opportunity. He has to turn ideas into action. He should do feasibility study. He should utilize the resources properly, and he should set an enterprise and manage the enterprise. With that, there should be growth and development of the enterprise. Functions of the entrepreneur can be discussed one by one. Entrepreneur should identify entrepreneurial opportunity. There are many opportunities in the world of business. These are based on human needs, need for food, fashion, education, etc. All these needs are changing continuously. As the needs are changing, business opportunities are also expanding, or business opportunities are increasing. So it is easier for a vigilant entrepreneur to grab different opportunities on the basis of changing human needs. Another function of entrepreneur, turning ideas into action. Unless and until we didn't act and we have planned earlier, then we will not get the result properly. An entrepreneur should be capable of turning ideas into reality. Entrepreneur collects information regarding the ideas, regarding the products and practices to suit the demand in the market. Steps are taken by the entrepreneur to achieve the goals in the light of the information that he had collected. First, the entrepreneur will analyze the market situation, and accordingly he will try to make his production process, so that ideas are coming as a result of the market information, and then putting that ideas into action is the activity done by the entrepreneur. Another function of entrepreneur, feasibility study. The entrepreneur conducts studies to assess the market feasibility of the proposed product or service. Practicability. Feasibility means practicability of the proposed product. He anticipates problems and assess quantity, quality, cost and sources of inputs required to run the enterprise. He will assess clearly the quantity of input that he requires. Similarly, he has to ascertain the cost of acquiring those inputs, and he should ascertain whether he has enough resource to gather those inputs. A blueprint of all the activities that is to be done by the entrepreneur is prepared by him, or he will plan activities that is known as a business plan or project report. He will ascertain whether his ideas can be put into action and whether his activities can become a possible one or impossible one. Which are the resources that he should consider while planning his activities? To run successfully, he should consider men, materials, machine and money. These are the 4 M's of business. Entrepreneur should ascertain as well as implement these 4 M's in business. He should ascertain how much men is required, money is required, what all equipments are required in a business unit, and what type of materials are required, raw materials. Similarly, this is regarding he will assess how much amount of these resources are needed. Then he should gather these resources. He should collect skilled and required number of persons in the organization relating to men. Machines are also to be placed in his organization. For that, money he has to arrange either from his friends or relatives or from outsiders, that is banks. Then he should arrange the materials, raw materials that is needed to run the organization. Relating to resourcing, an essential function of an entrepreneur is to ensure the availability of all these resources like men, materials, machine and money. Another function of entrepreneur is to set up an enterprise. For setting up an enterprise, the entrepreneur will have to fulfill some legal formalities. It does not mean that he should be a perfect expert in law, but he should try to find out what all legal formalities are there in the business, and he should implement those in his business to start a business as well as to run a business. He tries to find out a suitable location. Then he has to design the premises. Then he should install machinery, men, materials inside that premises. Location is an important factor. You must have seen small self-employment business unit where it is more successful just because of its good location. Similarly, design is important nowadays. You must have seen small shops also designing in a perfect manner just to attract the customers. Another function of entrepreneur is to manage the enterprise. One of the important functions of an entrepreneur is to run the enterprise. He has to manage men, materials, finance, and organize production of goods and services. He has to market each product and service after ensuring appropriate returns on the investment. Only a properly managed organization yields desired results. Another function, growth and development. Once the enterprise achieves its desired result, the entrepreneur has to explore another higher goals for its proper growth and development. Entrepreneur not only set goal but constantly strives for its achievement, that too achieving in an excellent manner. What are the factors affecting the setting up of a small business enterprise? For setting up of a small business enterprise, we have to decide who can start a small business. We have to decide arrangement of finance, selection of line of business, choice of form of organization, location of the business, availability of workforce or laborers. Who can start a small business? Anyone can start a small business unit. He may be an existing entrepreneur or a new one, having a business background or not. Educated person can start or uneducated person can start a small business. Person from rural area can start a business or person from urban area can also start a small business. Now you can get a clear idea relating to who can start a small business. Anyone, educated, uneducated, new entrepreneur or existing entrepreneur. Persons from the rural areas or from the urban areas. Next, we have to decide the arrangement of finance. Entrepreneur has to find out the amount and the duration of finance required. Amount, for how many months he require money. Similarly, if he had taken any money from outside source, from the banks or from financial institution, he should consider the rate of interest that he has to provide to those lending institutions. So, the duration of the finance required is important at that time. Entrepreneur should consider which type of capital he needs. We have fixed capital like machinery, equipment, land, building, etc. Entrepreneur should arrange for working capital also, like raw materials, salaries or wages should be given to employees, electricity bill should be paid, rent should be paid. These can be working capital. Entrepreneur has to arrange for both fixed capital and working capital for his business. He should arrange money either from the bank or from the financial institution or from friends and relatives. Then, after determining the number of laborers that you require in an organization, after selecting the location of the business, and after doing these activities, we have to select the line of business. Process of launching a business begins when the entrepreneur starts thinking about a line of business which can be undertaken by him. According to the capacity, according to the skill as well as the money that he have, he will decide about the product that he should make. This product can be an existing product or a new product. But for this, demand should be considered, which is an important factor. Otherwise, a product which is not having any demand in the market cannot be sold. So, demand is an influencing factor for deciding which type of product that he should deal with. So, relating to the line of business, demand factor should be considered. For selecting a particular line of business, capital investment is to be assessed. Whether that is a profitable business or not, that should be assessed. Whether it is a high risk involved business or low risk involved business, that is also to be assessed. If the businessman can handle the risk properly, that is, if he have enough fund, then he can go for businesses which is highly risky. Next, entrepreneur should decide on the choice of form of organization. A small business enterprise can be started as a sole proprietorship firm or as a partnership firm. Entrepreneur should also consider the location of the business. If he have own premises, he can start business in that. Sometimes he will go for rented premises also. An entrepreneur can start business in a commercial complex or in an industrial estate or at a marketplace, whichever is more comfortable for him, according to the fund that is available, as well as according to his capability, he will select the location of the business. Factories should be preferably located near the source of raw material and at a place that is well connected with rail and road transport facility. A retail business should be started near residential area or in a marketplace. Why I have told you that factories should be near the source of raw material, otherwise transportation costs will be very high. When the factory is far from the road transport facility or rail transport facility, again transportation costs will be high. So that the cost of the product will be high, which will affect the price of the product. At that point of time, you will find it difficult to sell your product. So, select a location which is more comfortable or near a marketplace as well as near a rail transport facility or road transport facility. Another factor which is to be considered by every entrepreneur is the availability of workers or employees or laborers. To start a business, entrepreneur has to employ people to help him. Skilled and semi-skilled workers have to be recruited, particularly for manufacturing work. Before starting the business, entrepreneur must find out whether he will be able to get the right type of employees for the activities involved. If right type of laborers are not there in the organization, the work of that particular organization will not be able to move in a smooth manner. So, selecting the type of laborers is an important factor because materials are there, building is also there. Even if this setup is there in a business unit, we will not be able to run a business unit unless we have laborers. And what type of laborers we want? Efficient and capable and hardworking personnel that will help the organization to achieve good result or to attain the goals of the organization. So, placing right workforce at the right place is an important thing that is to be decided by the business entrepreneurs. So, dear learners, I hope you understood the concept of entrepreneurship, importance of being an entrepreneur, essential qualities of a successful entrepreneur and functions of an entrepreneur. Thank you.